Hello and welcome to another edition of Health Matters
and Health Focus.
I'm Marie Sinatra.
And I'm Ava San Marco.
And we're partnering once together to bring you a crossover show so you can get some great information, because that information is power, and that power will help you to have healthier living choices.
That's right. And you know what? The guest was you.
It is?
Yes.
It is.
It is. It is.
Get your pens and papers ready, folks, because I did a talk at the Holistic Alliance not too long ago, and Ava came.
And I got some great information, by the way.
Yes, and it worked out so good that everybody wants to get more and more and more, so I'm offering workshops the last Monday of every month. You have to check out my website. But in the meantime, get those pens and paper ready, because I'm going to we're bringing you a workshop called Marketing Made Simple, Easy, and Free.
And it's a lot of fun, too. You'll really enjoy it.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, so we hope you enjoy it. And before you go there, while you're getting your pens and papers ready, let me thank our sponsors, Western New York MRI, where they use cutting-edge diagnostic imaging equipment so that in your time of need, you know where to go to get the best medical attention that you need. You want to call Dr. Frank Mascaro at the number below. Support our people who support us, who help to bring this show to you. And also, you know, I always like to thank Melinda from Renaissance Hair Salon, where she uses all natural products. I like to say, hopefully, to bring out my natural beauty.
Yes, it does. Natural is good. Natural's the best.
It's important. You got to be careful all those chemicals that you're putting on your body.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So what goes in and out of your body.
That's right. So keep watching our show and get those pens and papers ready. Take lots of notes and be blessed today. So today we're going to talk about marketing made simple, easy, and fun. And there's so many wonderful tips that I want to share with you, because as I said, I'm always committed to you getting value out of spending any time with me. And there's so much that you can do to help to grow your business, and it doesn't even have to cost you 1 penny. Not even 1 penny. So I like to say my little subtitle is like catapulting you to the next level in whatever it is you're up to, because I got lots of little tricks up my sleeve. Now, one of the things I want to just tell you about is I brought a couple of handouts today, and I love these two especially. These are a little different than my usual ones, but it's about a salesman. There's these like in the medieval times, and everybody's out there fighting with swords, and everybody's looking, and there's this guy behind here with a whole machine gun, and he's trying to tell them, he's like, hey, I have something for you. He's a salesman, right? And under the camp, she says, no, I can't be bothered right now, I'm too busy. But if he had the machine, I mean, what an analogy, but if he had the machine gun, the powered machine gun, they could win the war in like 30 seconds, right? So that's what I'm all about, helping to give you some tips so that you will say, oh, wow, this is really great. I never thought about that before. Or maybe you've heard, I can't say it too many new things. Hopefully I'll say it in a different way. You'll hear it in a different way, because we all do that in and out thinking. You'll hear it in a different way, in a new way, and that might spark something in your mind. You'll say, oh, I did hear that before, and I never did that. So that's what I'm all about. And as we know, because we're all very creative people here, if you always do what you always did, you always get what you always got. So I love this one. It's a dinosaur laying upside down with his paws up in the air, and it says, funny thing happens when you don't change. Extinction. So I start by saying those couple things because, once again, here is going to be a few new ideas for you. Some might be old, some might be new, some you might have heard of, some you might have already implemented. My first best kept secret is, how many people knew that you can get free business cards on the internet? Oh, see, it just amazes me that there's so many people who still don't know you can get free cards on the internet. You're going to have to email me for me to give you all that information. You can get free business cards, and once you start ordering from this company, and there's probably a couple of other companies, but there's one that I use all the time because I've had success with it for the last, 20 years? They'll keep sending you free offers, more and more and more, and you want those kinds of things because they're really great. And some of you might be thinking, but I don't have design expertise in my background, or I don't know how to do this, I don't know how to do that. I did my own website. How many people have their own website? How many people are real techie people? See? Did you know that you can build a website for like $100 a year, and all you need to do is know how to type, that the templates are already up there for you, that you can go to this place, and again, you can email me. I'll be happy just to send you the information, or I believe that link is on my website. They're a wonderful company that as long as you know how to type, or if you scan some pictures, you can upload them up to your website, and you can have a website. Did you know that if you don't have a website, you're almost like not even an existing business? Trust me, I went kicking and screaming like that dinosaur upside down. I don't want a website. I'm not a technical person. My eyes start to burn when I'm on that computer. But if you want presence, people don't take you seriously unless you have a website. And it's so important. You know, it's a good way to make sure that you never lose touch with people is to have like a Yahoo or a Hotmail or a Gmail account, and that makes sure everybody doesn't lose you. But what does it look like if I said Anna Marie and I have one, yahoo.com. It's actually Angel Anna, at angelanna2222 at yahoo.com. That's my personal email address. But do I look better if I say Anna Marie at sinatrasolutions.com? All of a sudden, I sound even bigger than I already am. You know, it's really, how you're presenting yourself really does matter. And so those business cards, the same place will help you to make brochures. And again, I'm going to say it again and again and again, I am not a techie person. I've got an eye for layout. I've helped many people with their layout. Once they do it, they'll give me their code and I'll go up there and take a look and see for their brochures and their business cards. But when you have those things, you automatically make yourself look more polished. And marketing is all about your presentation. So let's talk a little bit about that too. How are you presenting yourself? How are you presenting yourself? When you go, here's the biggest secret, right? You're going to go, well, that sounds like so simple. But unless we talk about it and we say it, we don't think about it, right? How do you get business cards from people? Or let me reframe that. How do you give out your business card? If I come up to you and say, oh, hi, I'm Anna Marie Sinatra, here's my business card, you're going to look at me like, I didn't ask you for your card. But what if you went up to somebody and said, hi, I'm Anna Marie Sinatra, and you're so-and-so, and you go, oh, do you have a card? Simple. Oh, do you have a card? It's the first thing I say out of people's mouths. I'm interested in having their card too, because then they go in my database, and I have over like 8,000 people in my database, like no kidding. I have somebody who manages my list now, it's got so big. How did I get 8,000 cards? Hi, I'm Anna Marie Sinatra. And then they say my name. Do you have a card? And while they're getting out their card, I get out my card. I don't think there's anybody in Western New York who hasn't heard of Sinatra Solutions. And let me tell you the reason why. Every time, here's another tip. Let me see, I want to get into this one. One of the best things that you could do is whatever you're passionate about, whatever causes that you're passionate about, and you volunteer, I'm sure we all volunteer a little bit of our time, or we sit on boards or whatever, that they somehow feed your business. Okay? So we don't want to do things like in order to or to push our business, because again, it matters where we're coming from. Matters where we're coming from, that we want to be beneficial, we want to give to people. And at the same time, there's nothing wrong with wanting to grow your business. We all have to make a living. We all have to market our business. So there's nothing wrong with volunteering or sitting on the boards that you know that can feed your business. Why be on a board where there's 2 or 3 people and it has nothing to do with whatever it is that you have to offer in your business? Find the things that you're passionate about, be on those boards, go to their fundraisers, and by the way, here's another one, gift certificates. I made my gift certificates in a simple Word document, and I get together with, and this is so amazing. You know how everybody wants you to buy a $100 ticket and a $150 ticket to go to their event? And you could sit, at least it happened to me because I'm very much networked in the community, I could spend like $50,000 a year just going to everybody's fundraisers. How do I go to all their fundraisers? You know how I go? Because I volunteer to get together a bunch of people. We get together like 4, 5, 6, 10 people, and we all put gift certificates together, and then out of that, like like 2 or 3 people go and man the table. I did this all the time for years. And that's why everybody knows the Sinatra Solutions. Because when different companies or corporations or non-for-profits had their fundraisers, there was a table there with a Sinatra Solutions sign and gift certificates from, see, because I'm all about inclusion too, gift certificates from like 10, 15 different coaches that specialize in something different. So this thing about, competition, who's better than who, well, I can't let them know because then they might, come in on my stuff. No, that's not it. It's the more you're about inclusion, the more you're about supporting each other. And you get, like, some people might do music. Some people might do meditation. Some people might do reflexology, massage, whatever it is. You get 4, 5, 6, 7 people together. You get yourself a table. You wind up getting the table for free. Because you're offering to help volunteer, because most of the time those tables are manned by the volunteers. You say, no, we'll come. And why will we come? Because gift certificates are hard sells at auctions. So when the person is there talking about it, and they love this, you've got name recognition. Name recognition is so important. Why is it important? Because people, when I came in, people who didn't even meet me before said, oh, Marie Sinatra, I've heard of you. Or, oh, Sinatra Solutions, I've heard of you. Oh, Health Matters, I've heard of you. It's about getting your name out there. Getting your name out there in all the different ways that you can. So speaking of gift certificates, I want to tell you some other ways that you could do gift certificates. Keep it over here. Did you ever think about trading with the person sitting next to you? Because, right, you can give your gift certificates out to everybody. After a while, they're like, okay, we do not need any more coaching gift certificates. Thank you anyways, right? But you can you could trade with somebody else. Think about a Christmas when you don't have to buy any gifts. You all swap gift certificates with each other. And when you get a gift certificate, make sure that your card and your brochure is with it. Make sure, because that's really important. Here's another really good hot tip. How many people thought about being on the auction that's on one of the major channels every year? There's actually 2 of them now that I'm thinking about it. You can call and donate your service and put it in a little basket with a couple of other little things that have to do with whatever it is your business is, and you will get free advertisement on TV, because there's 2 major auctions on 2 of the regular network channels that will announce your company throughout the whole thing, depending how many you do. Is that like right in front of our face and we don't even see it? See, these things are amazing. How many people have done that before? I have. And people will say, oh, I saw that you were on such and such auction. That makes it look like, oh, I'm up there with all the other big dogs, right? It's really good. It's really helpful. So here's something that probably a lot of you have done too, is because I know that I've seen you at a lot of health fairs and different things like that. We know how important that is. And how many times do we have, how many people have been to a health fair or at some kind of expo with their business? And how many people have come out from behind their table and went and visited all the other tables? Ah, right. Because so many times I come by, right, because I've done some of these, and I see people just sitting back there behind their table because they're so interested in promoting their business, which is good, that's why we're there. But you got to come out from behind your table and go visit everybody else too. Even if that means putting a sign, be back in 20 minutes if you don't have somebody else to watch the table with you. So that's another really good one. So let's talk just a little bit more about the networking and the advertising too. This is something that I'm amazed at, because I'm at a lot of events, I'm with a lot of people, and I'll go up to people and I'll be talking to them and never even knew who I was talking to or the business that they did. Somebody might come up to them later and say, oh, hi, I had a massage from you before. Oh, I've seen you at the cold laser therapy. And I'm talking to that person for 20 minutes or a half hour, and I didn't even know, or sometimes I've known somebody, it's like the 5th or 6th time I've met them, and I didn't even know what they did. You have to become your business. You have to be your business. You have to talk about it all the time. You know how, like, if you're a new mom, the first thing that comes out of your wallet is when you're talking to someone is pictures of your children. And if you're a grandparent, the same thing. That's your baby. That's your baby. You have to talk about your business all the time. Be excited about it. Like if I said, yeah, I'm a coach, yeah, and I motivate people, and even if I'm like, yeah, see, it's like, it's like people, it's infectious. People are always like, oh, you're always smiling, you're always happy, you're always, I'm like, yeah, well, I have my downtime too, but you're not going to see it unless you're in my inner circle and close friends of mine. I'm always going to be up and bubbly, and because I take care of myself in my private life so that I can be that way in my public life, and I'm really a fit for what I'm doing. And if you're not a fit for what you're doing, then you need to relook at what you're doing. Because you got to love what you're doing. You have to be what you're doing. You have to eat, drink, and sleep it. You have to talk about it everywhere you go. What's the first thing you're going to do next time you see someone at an event? Hi, my name is, do you have a card? And while they're getting out their card, you're getting out your card. I call them little tricks up my sleeve, but they're not like tricks. They're just really smart thinking, things to do to help to grow your business. It's okay to talk about what you do. It's okay for you to be proud about what you do. And it's also important to be watching other people. Like, we don't want to bulldoze people either, too, because we have to be cognizant of, where their listening is, how much to share, when to back off. And I think we're all pretty intuitive, at least in this room we are, and hopefully everybody who's listening is that we sort of watch for that too, because that's really important too. Here's a great one too, your elevator speech. How many people have heard about the elevator speech? Oh my goodness, okay. Your elevator speech is, they talk about it in terms of like going fishing, right? What are you going to put on the hook to catch the fish? Your elevator speech has to be, why do they call it elevator? Because you have between the first floor and the third floor to get somebody interested in what it is that you do. It's your hook. Because we all have that short-term listening. We go in and out, and we already do that judging and assessing thing. You could think about what you're thinking about right now. Sort of check in, notice that thinking. So the elevator speech, mine is, hi, I'm Marie Sinatra, and somebody says, oh, from Sinatra Solution, what is it that you do? Oh, I love partnering with people and organizations to help to catapult them into the next level in whatever it is that they're up to in life. And they go, what? They want to know, what do you mean catapult? Well, it might be in their personal life. See, right away they're going to ask a question. It might be in their personal life, might be in their business life. They might be starting a business, and I'm looking for the expression on their face so I know what bait to put next. Am I talking to a business owner? Because this is the coaching that I do. So am I talking to a business owner? I'm keenly listening. Because here's the other thing too, folks. This is so important. If you come from, you have the answer, because we all got the answer, right? For how many years I've been doing this, and we want to come from all about what we do for the other person, and I think, and you should. Those would be all ways of definitely throwing the hook in there without any worm or any lure on it whatsoever. It has to be really listening to the other person, and here's the key, being the solution to that person's problem or issue. You have to be the solution to their problem. So if you're talking about just yourself and your business and what it is that you're doing, you see the fine line in this? Because just a few minutes ago I'm telling you, talk about your business, talk about your business, but it matters how you do it and where you're coming from. If you're just coming from all about you, fluffing up those feathers, it's going to be a turnoff. But if you're authentic, and most people in this room are, I'd like to say every single person in this room is, you're authentic, you really want to be helpful, you want to contribute to people, then you're listening keenly and you want to be the solution to what it is that their problem is. And so you're listening keenly to what they say, not thinking about what it is that you're going to say next. That's really important, being the solution to their problem. So your elevator speech is sharp, concise, to the point, and you've hooked them because now they want to know more. I almost want to say that I don't think I've ever given my elevator speech and somebody not asked me questions about it. I don't think that has ever happened because I worked on it. When I first did it and I first practiced it, oh my God, it's horrible. You know, you say it and you go, oh, I screwed that up. Especially if you say it like you write it a few times, you keep working on it, and then you go to start saying it to people and it comes out all wrong. That's okay. That's okay. Let me tell you this, we were talking about this earlier too. If you don't take some of these things and get out there and try them and be uncomfortable, then you're not working and you're not living life to its fullest. Because living life to its fullest and growing your business and just being engaged in life, you've got to be uncomfortable. It's impossible to live through this life and be comfortable. If you do, then I can just about guarantee you're not growing. Because growing takes being uncomfortable. And I have a wonderful, that little butterfly story. How many people saw the butterfly? I have it all on video, so if you want, you could email me. It's a nice, somebody emailed it to me. I saved it as a file, so I can email it to people. It's really quite fascinating. I was thinking about, there were two things that I wanted to go to. Let's see. You all do this stuff too about the complimentary sessions. That's a huge thing, especially when you're first starting off. You absolutely have to give complimentary sessions. We all know that. It's difficult, you know, but when you're struggling, how many people are new businesses? Oh, okay. So then you know. How many people know that you have to give out those complimentary therapy? Yeah, see, most of the hands go up. Yeah, so for you new people who are just starting out, unless you're willing to, you know, I always tell clients when I'm working with them, when they're starting a new business, do not give up your day job. I have people that'll come to me and be ready, I'm going to quit my job and I'm going to go do this full time. I'm like, ah! Try to find a job that, again, can fit to what it is that you're doing, what is the business that you want to grow, and little by little you can move outside of that, like maybe work part-time while you're growing your business. But I can't tell you how many people say, and when they come to me already, I've quit my job and I'm starting a business, I almost want to shudder because it's the hardest place to be. You have to give up. You have to start looking, seeing where you're spending your time, turning off that TV, really focusing. Everybody says, I want my own business because it's so, I'll be my own boss, I can make my own schedule, it's so wonderful. Like, what planet did you fall off of? You are working 24/7, you wear every hat that there is under the books, you eat it, you drink it, you sleep it, you dream it, you wake up, you can't sleep, you get up and you start working on the computer at 3 a.m. Am I alone? No. It's like this is what you do. You work all the time when you have your own business. It's impossible not to. Now, having said that too, let me ask you this. How many people have a vision and a mission statement? A distinct, written out vision and mission statement. Look at that. I'd say like 1/10 of the people raise their hand. You know that if you don't have a vision of where you want to go, you'll surely get there. The distinction between a vision, and it's so elementary, and it's so simple. This is like Marketing 101, we learn this stuff. In our personal lives, those of you who work with people, I know we probably, even some of us have talked to people about it, but yet have we done it for ourselves? We have to have a vision and a mission statement for ourselves personally and for our business. And the statement is, and I'm going to tell you that 9.9.9.9% of the people that I see their vision statement are not written in the way that is going to be the most powerful for you. The vision statement is what's out there and what you're working towards, but, and I rarely ever use the word but, you speak it as if it already exists. Your vision statement is what's already out there and you're working towards it, but you speak it as if it already exists. Your mission statement is your vehicle to get there. It has to be succinct and distinctive, separate. And when you combine it all into your, like the worst thing to do is like vision statement, mission statement on your trifold or your brochure or your website. You then take it from that point and you incorporate it inside your speaking. But you have to have the vision and the mission written down clearly for yourself so that then you can take that to the next level and work with that. Very, 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 very important. I almost want to keep saying, does anybody have any questions about that? But we're going to get to questions later. And anybody who's watching and has questions, remember that you can always email me. I'm always accessible to everybody. I'm usually just, a couple of day turnover, unless it's a really, really crazy week. Here's where we're winding down our time, and I don't want to miss giving you this. This is a really, really good one, and then I'll take questions in a little bit. You can become an expert by writing for a local newspaper. So right away you think, no, I can't write. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You know why? Because local newspapers are starving for writers. I've had to turn down so many. I did it for years. I was a columnist. And again, it got me name recognition. Because again, I wasn't just out there to publicize my business. I was giving value. Value every single month. People were able to take these tools and implement them. And by the way, you can email me and I will send you that. I compiled all those articles, 2 years of articles on business development coaching and life coaching, executive coaching, that speaks to many, many questions and will give you tools and how to implement so many different things. You can email me and I will send that to you. You can become an expert by writing that column as best as you can and connecting with somebody. The key is to get somebody at one of those local newspapers, develop a relationship with them, talk to them, watch how fast they're excited because you want to send them an article. Start with an article. And watch how quick they'll be happy to edit it for you, but you're the expert in the area that your business is in, and they need your articles. And once you start writing those articles and they like them, you start sending them in, you start calling those people, you start following through. They'll keep calling you, and you could turn those articles into a monthly column. That's exactly how it happened for me. And I've just recently turned down 3 newspapers who've asked me to Ask the Coach spots. I said, no, I've already done that. I just don't have the time to do that anymore. So there is so much. Unfortunately, our time is winding down, and there's so much more that I wanted to give to you. I want to tell you in closing too that there's so many other, if you haven't done a teleclass or a webinar or a teleclass, you could do free conference calls. There's all kinds of free stuff on the internet that you can have access to that will tape it for you, and then later on you can order from them if you want. There are so many tools out there. Get out on the website if you like that and research it. Email me and I would be happy to answer quick questions. Of course, I can't spend a whole lot of time. I can only give away so much, right? But if you email me questions, especially on the group, on the Yahoo group, I'd be happy to email it back so then everybody gets the answers all at once. If you haven't joined the email group, you really should. So I just wanted to say that I thank you for your generous listening. You guys were absolutely amazing. I appreciate coming and sharing with you. My goal is always to empower you and get you excited about what it is that you're doing, because everybody matters. Everything that you're doing matters. Everybody has a gift to give. Everybody has some kind of healing modality to give. And without all the ingredients in a chicken soup wouldn't be that good. So thank you all for all that you give, all that you are, and for your generous listening. Thank you very much. We hope you enjoyed that.
Yes, we hope you enjoyed that. That was great. You did a great job.
Thank you.
Great job. I had a lot of fun.
I'm so glad, because I love giving you all these wonderful information, all these wonderful tips to help you to grow your business, whatever it is that you're up to.
Right, exactly. And remember, like Anna said too, you become the expert.
That's right. And don't forget, you can come out and see us at Elam Christian Fellowship at Central Park Plaza on June 27th from 10 to 6, where they have an e-mall. So you don't gotta go to any other malls. On June 27th, come out to Elam Christian Fellowship. See Ava and I there because we've got some great tips for you.
See you then.